questions on the offense, and rightfully so. Last year's was bad to say the least when it comes to the offense, but we'll spin that. I mean, we'll use that as ammo as we get better. You know, they have to understand what it means to put a good at bat up, to make good outs. Stick your nose in there and battle with 2 strikes. All right? If you're a pitcher and I'm a hitter, whether you get me out or not, I want you to know who was just in there batting against you. All right? A bad out is when it's just so quick, you know, you turn, the guy's out. First pitch, breaking ball, in the dirt, you swing at it, you roll over. What do we accomplish? Nothing. I need good outs. I need good at bats. A lot of these young people don't understand what hard work is. They think they're working hard, but they're not working hard. We have to teach them what it means to work hard. Same thing with good at bats. You know, you have to be accountable. You have to understand it first, and it's our job to teach them. We brought in Chris Chambliss. I'm sure a lot of you remember Chris from his Yankee days. He's been a big league hitting coach for multiple organizations, and he's perfect for what we need. That even keel, that experience, that attitude. He's a good person. He knows well what we're talking about in regard to good at bats, and we'll get better. And again, some of them will figure it out, some of them won't. But ultimately, when we start to see these good at bats, you know, I think you'll see everything else come to play. The crutch, I'm not buying into it, all right? I don't want to hear about the ballpark, you can't hit any home runs, you don't do this. I don't care. I don't want to hear that. Go up there and hit line drives, hit doubles. If you can't hit home runs, hit doubles. Can't hit 30 home runs, hit 40 doubles. Drive the ball, all right? So that's what we're going to do.
Jerry has a question.
Eric, thank you for coming and taking on the challenge. Are you open to using Ichiro other than the leadoff spot? Ichiro has a very good batting average, but not all that great at on-base percentage. And I've always felt that he doesn't belong in the leadoff spot. I'm just wondering your opinion on that.
Well, this first year we're going to keep him in the leadoff spot for sure. You know, we've got a lot going on here, you know, with the Mariners right now. And you know, one of the things I have to do is come in here and kind of settle things down a little bit, establish some consistency. And a part of that equation for me is Figgins. You know, Figgins started to figure out at the end of last year. You know, and I think that with Figgy in the 2-hole, Ichiro in the 1-hole, you know, we've got to fill in behind them a little bit. You know, like I told Ichiro when I met with him after I got the job, you know what? You know, you need to get your hits, you need to get on base, and we need to do a better job of getting you in, you know, so you score runs. There's no way that, you know, he should score that few runs as many hits as he gets, and you get the way he's capable of getting on base. So we're going to leave him right there right now. I'm not saying that we're not going to ultimately change him at some point in time. What I'm hoping that happens is some of these young kids, you know, figure it out a little bit, you know, and some of these other guys we bring in help us, the Jack Custs of the world, you know, in the middle of our lineup. And if we can do that, you know, then we're going to have some options. But what we ultimately want to be is a 1 through 9 club. Regardless of what inning we're up, or what part of the lineup's up in this inning or that inning, we want to have an opportunity to try to create something. So the top 3, the middle 3, the bottom 3. You know, or 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7, whatever it may be. We want to make sure that we balance that lineup to where we have an opportunity to create something, regardless of where we are.
Bill has a question.
Thank you, Shannon. Did you notice Shannon looks a lot taller on television? Thank you, Eric. And you talked about leadership, and leadership is one of the bedrock values of this club and every Rotary club. And I think you touched on a lot of aspects. One of the things that those of us who watch the team notice is that the players have real personalities. And when you have a team with Ichiro, Felix, Sean, Figgins, very different personalities. You know, how do you communicate to such a diverse team and build that that leadership ethic?
Well, you have to treat them all as individuals, but you know, under a collective team umbrella. You know, you know, I get the question, well, how do you tell somebody that's making $10 million this and somebody that's making the minimum that? First of all, the minimum's not that bad. It's like so, I just let me say that to you. But, you know, how do you do it? Well, you know, you expect the same thing from both of them on the field. Now, there may be a few perks off the field, different types of conversations, different ways the way we handle things. But what's expected from them on the field doesn't change from Ichiro to somebody that you've never even heard of. All right? Now, in regard to leadership, you have to treat everybody as an individual. Everybody has a different background. Everybody's had different experiences, younger, older, whatever it may be. All right? But they have to understand what we're all about as a team. Now, when it comes to leadership, some people have the type of personality that you can bring that out of them. Some people don't. All right? You can't push a bad play. But those that have the opportunity to be leaders, you know, have that type of personality, have that type of toughness, are that unselfish? Because truly a leader is unselfish. You have to be unselfish to be a true leader. It's not about me, it's not about them, it's about the ball club. You know, and that's how we're going to handle it. So with our young kids, we're going to try to recognize that and identify that early on. And ultimately we can always go out and try to pluck somebody too, you know, that has shown leadership qualities in other organizations.
One more question. Stan. Todd has a question.
You know, the Mariners have had a hitting coach almost every year. And now we've got yet another one. And they've also shown a willingness to spend money in free agency. I think they're one of the top 7 payroll teams in the league.
Sure.
Give us a reason to feel excited about Jack Cuss being the best we can do. That's why we signed him in free agency.
Well, no, that's a fair question. You know, with where we are right now, it's not the time to go out there and open up the checkbook right now. That's a bad play, it's bad business. You know, that's not where we are right now. You know, we've got a lot of work to do. Jack Cuss is going to put up a quality at bat. He'll strike out a few more times than he wants to, but when you look at his approach, and you look at the way he approaches home plate and the batters, you know, and that pitcher, that's the type of approach you want. We need to have some of that around so we can see that. You know what I mean? And, you know, so that's the reason we go out. You know, we have a budget like everybody else. You know, we spent every bit of our budget. You know, so we had to make sure that we divvy that up appropriately. You know, with, you know, bringing in an Olivo and Jack Cuss, and we made the trade for Ryan. So, you know, the money's going to be there, you know, as we hit. When I say hit, as we hit as a ball club, as we start to figure it out. All right? Because, again, of the support that we have from the fans. I think because of our fantastic stadium, you know, and I'm telling you, ownership's going to really be there for us. And that's one of the reasons I came here. I've had probably 5 or 6 different opportunities, you know, and Seattle was the place for us because I know in the end, you know, when we develop these kids and teach them how to play and how to win, you know, and how to be a team, you know, that we're going to be able to keep it together and decide who we want to keep and who we want to move forward with, whether it be in the minor leagues or for free agency. So I'm excited about it. I appreciate all your time. It's going to be a fun ride. So jump on board and let's see what happens. Thank you.